Welcome back to SourceFed, I'm William Haynes.
And I'm Steve Zaragoza.
YouTuber Grace Helbig has been the target of controversy on Twitter since last night when E! News tweeted, "Remember that time we gave a YouTube star their own TV show?"
Ooh, that does not sound very nice. Also, incorrect image macro, E. Alright? You're old, and you're out of touch with the Ute.
Also, isn't that them kind of dissing themselves? If you think you made a mistake, don't broadcast it to your own audience. Pretend like it never happened. Remember how Charlie Sheen just died on 2.5 Men?
Now, Grace retweeted the tweet and wrote, "This is embarrassing," because it was, and they didn't have to do that. It would seem that this all but confirms season 2 of Grace's show is not happening, given that there has been no word other than this since the last episode of the season this June. Which is a shame, because not renewing her show, or more importantly, saying something like that on Twitter to millions of people is completely useless, tactless, and unnecessary.
Damn! This all came about presumably because of the Teen Choice Awards this past Sunday, where E! posted an article admitting their ignorance towards entertainment geared towards youth. The article was titled, "18 Moments from 2015 Teen Choice Awards That Make Us Feel Super Old."
YouTuber Tyler Oakley posted the article stating, "If this article is representative of E! Online, I fear for the brand's future."
Damn, him using smart words like brand. Get him. E! Online responded creating an image featuring Tyler Oakley that said, "Straight outta chill."
Okay, what's going on with everyone right now? Seriously.
Steve, it's hot outside. Everybody's mad right now.
Everybody's cranky as because they can't sleep at night because it's too hot. Go ahead, take off all your clothes. It doesn't matter.
Just give it another month and we'll all love each other. Maybe E! will give her 6 seasons in a movie. You don't know. In other Twitter news, a lot of coverage has been given to a Twitter feud between Zayn Malik and Calvin Harris. Zayn Malik retweeted a tweet he has since deleted detailing a quote from Taylor Swift expressing her discontent for Spotify compared to a quote from Miley Cyrus saying, "I've made my money. If no one buys my album, cool. It's fine. I've got a house and I've got dogs that I love. I don't need anything else."
Okay, that sounds like the best life.
I know, I wish I was living it too. This propelled Harris, Swift's current boyfriend, to tweet angrily at Zayn, "You've made your money? Cool. F the 99% of musicians who depend on these to survive, right? Yeah, f them."
Whoa, calm down, bro. Seriously, what's going on here?
If you don't get what it means when a successful artist uses their celebrity to benefit every other musician and songwriter in the industry, while you kids are refreshed voting Teen Choice Awards, there's some poor f***er in the basement making your new favorite record trying to survive. Meaning, stay out of things you don't understand.
I don't know what any of that means.
Me either. Sounds like rich people problems. But I will say it was funny when Zayn Malik replied, "Ha, you just made an absolute fool of yourself, mate. You clearly didn't understand what I just said earlier. So I suggest you calm your knickers before them dentures fall out."
Ooh, shade.
Why are you guys arguing? If I was as rich, famous, and handsome as either of these dudes, I would never ever argue with anyone ever. You got a problem, text my assistant. She'll make sure to not respond.
I don't want to talk about that anymore. Here's something about Starbucks. You know, just one of the most popular coffee shops ever. All hail the naked mermaid. Serving lattes, frappuccinos, sandwiches, teas, and lizards. Yes, fresh off the exciting announcement that Starbucks would now be adding real pumpkin into their popular pumpkin spice latte, apparently they're also trying out adding real dead lizards into their drinks as well.
The Starbucks that served the refreshing reptile is located in Phoenix, Arizona. Kim Dillon, the lady who now knows the taste of dead lizard, told ABC 15, "It was just so gross knowing it was in my mouth."
Choice words. Dillon said she spit out the tiny lizard after noticing her sip included a solid surprise. Her husband, Brian, eloquently recalls the shocking ordeal, saying, "It was a lizard that she drank, that went into her mouth." Brilliant. Get this guy a book deal.
After the incident, they shoved the little guy into a bag and brought it back to the Starbucks location. I can only imagine how this all went down. Yeah, I drank a lizard. Can I get like a $40 gift card?
A representative from Starbucks told ABC 15 that it was disturbed by the news and would investigate the matter. But let's call it what it is and be done with it. Tiny lizards are drawn to expensive, ass-flavored coffee like flies on shit. And in case that hasn't grossed you out enough, we discovered a video that explains just how easy it is for rats to slide up your pipes and enjoy a nice dip in your toilet space.
National Geographic decided to make all of your irrational fears come true by showing us all just how easy it is for the disgusting little heathens to climb up your sewer pipes and into your bathroom. Well, they'll make fun of you for not having your toilet paper roll in the holder, like a goddamn savage. Stop.
As you can see, they're actually excellent swimmers. I did not know that, William. They just swim up the pipe like nothing, and bam, you've got roommates. And for those of you calling BS on this phenomenon, it's apparently more common than you think. Website Gotham has contacted exterminator Eddie Marco from New York City's Brooklyn Pest Control. He explains, "I've dealt with it many times. It happens all the time, especially if you live in the basement or a first floor apartment. As soon as they go over that hump, they're in the bowl. So they call me, I go in, I just flush the toilet, $100 bucks."
Sir, your life sounds empty. Is that really the best way to deal with the rat swimming in the toilet? Flush it? That's not a turd, Marco. That's ratatouille.
That could bite your scrotum when you sit on the toilet.
Flush the demon. I like my scrotums.
Okay, let's stop talking about rats and lizards and shit, and let's lighten things up by talking about how Tracy effing Morgan is coming back to SNL to host.
16 months after the near-fatal accident that left him in critical condition, Tracy Morgan is making his triumphant return to SNL. Mark your calendars, October 17th is when the man will guest star on the popular late-night sketch comedy show.
Now, as you may or may not know, Morgan suffered extensive physical and neurological injuries from the crash that resulted in him suing Walmart for the car wreck that left him in critical condition and killed comedian James McNair. Morgan received an undisclosed settlement from Walmart back in May and has since been recovering.
I'm glad he's back. I'm excited for it too. Too bad it comes on past my bedtime.
And it takes me at least an hour to tuck Will in and read him a story. I'm gonna miss the whole opening monologue.
You know what you were getting into when you signed up for this, Daddy. Also, in the news, you might remember George Zimmerman as the man acquitted for the murder of Trayvon Martin, an unarmed youth back in 2012, and since then has made a living off of said murder.
Yes, a Muslim-free gun store is now selling one of his Confederate flag paintings. That's something I just said.
Can we not have stores where people of certain religions aren't allowed? That's like hella stupid. Also, you're losing money that way.
That's true. That's called business. Zimmerman was supposed to originally paint an American flag, but standing in solidarity with the store, he painted a Confederate one.
I understand for a lot of people that the Confederate flag isn't a symbol of racism, but rather Southern pride, and they're upset that it has such a negative representation. But this time, it's racist. George Zimmerman knows the negative connotations that come with it. He's intentionally doing this because he has no money. You'd do all kinds of strange things too if you couldn't even get a job at Target because, you know, you're known for murdering.
According to the website, everyone who buys a print will also be entered into a raffle to win the original painting, which they claim, quote, could be worth up to $100,000. Another Zimmerman painting from 2013 sold for about that much.
Stop giving George Zimmerman money. I'm not gonna say whether I think he's a murderer or not, even though I do, but we need to stop letting this guy earn a cent over indirect racism. For every dollar George Zimmerman earns, the United States government needs to donate 50 cents to the Anti-Ignorance Foundation. The CEO is Sir Patrick Stewart. Our first project is to get George Zimmerman deported, and the second is to get Jersey Shore erased from the minds of every human being alive.
And I heard Patrick Stewart has mind power, so he can definitely erase all of our minds.
So what do you guys think about the news today? Do you think Zimmerman is trying to make a living off of a tragedy? What do you think about E-News' tweet?
And do you think a rat could actually swim up a toilet bowl? Has it ever happened to you? Please tell us your favorite rat story down in the comments down below. And if I read anything about Ratatouille, some other dumb cartoon, I'm gonna ban you.
I don't think you have that power.
Definitely don't.
I'm William Haynes.
I'm Steve Zaragoza. That smells like poop in here.
You mad about cartoons when you're wearing a cartoon of the Joker on your hat?
I love cartoons,
You
dumbass.
grown man. Feel bad about yourself. Look at you wearing those tiny shorts. Were you 13?
All right, you ready to do some riddles?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, good. Apparently we have to take 3 shots though first.
We're gonna do 3 shots before we try and solve some simple riddles.
In prison recently for going up to a teenage girl asking her, if I show you something, do you promise not to scream, and whipped out a